Hey everyone, it's Clint. I think I had a revelation about this Jon Stewart vaccine thing. He actually went on to the Stephen Colbert show, Colbert, whatever. He went on his show and he talked about the vaccine science and how it's pretty suspicious that there's a one lab in the whole world that studies novel coronaviruses like the one we experienced collectively, and it happens to be in the same country, in the same city that the outbreak, the pandemic started from. Now, normally you're a conspiracy theorist if you bring this up, and this shows some serious cognitive dissonance that is going on right now. This is our culture. This is what we have now to deal with. I wish that things could change a little bit. So I want to go over some of this because I think it's really interesting, or at least it is to me. But first, I'm a comic book writer. This is Downcast 3 Submerge. It's on Indiegogo right now. We've got 16 days left in the main campaign here. Look at this. $9 away from hitting $25,000. If you haven't backed it yet, it's a great day to back it. All right, let me show you this little clip and we will go from there.
I honestly mean this. I think we owe a great debt of gratitude to science. Science has, in many ways, helped ease the suffering of this pandemic, which was more than likely caused by science.
Pause there for a moment. As Jon Stewart identifies what would be an obvious criticism, or at least curiosity, but could be a very obvious criticism. But for some reason, the powers that be, which all happen to be right now firmly left wing, they're totally silent about it. And there's a big reason why they are. This is why you get this kind of reaction from Stephen Colbert when Jon Stewart suggests that, think about this, industry, is a problem. That it's possible that there is a corporation out there in league with the government. This used to be all the same kinds of things that they complained about. What happened? Now there's no distrust. That's just amazing. Let's continue with that reaction.
So, and that's kind of, hold on one second. No.
Okay, he's gonna do the old, the spit his coffee gag, right? Here's the thing: the reason why you get this insane reaction is because everybody knows this is how you're supposed to react. If anybody is skeptical or questions the government and or corporations, you are automatically a conspiracy theorist. The reason that Jon Stewart got away with this is because, first, he's Jon Stewart, and second, he gets away with it the same way he's got away with all of his criticism during his career. He makes jokes about it. He was actually funny on The Daily Show, I think, for the most part. Beyond that, he could levy criticisms, usually on the right for the most part, but occasionally he would call out the left when they did something that was ridiculous. What you're missing now is you have a bunch of comedians that are desperately all trying to mimic what Jon Stewart did, but they're missing one component, and that is, genuine quest for the truth. Even when Jon Stewart was completely wrong, I always got the feeling that he was at least seeking something that he believed was true. But in the rest of these cases, what is the Daily Show now? What has Stephen Colbert become? It is just following the party line. Now, we see the same problem in the comic book industry, and it hits really hard. It's everywhere, but let's think about this for a moment. Why is it that the problems in the comic book industry are 100% supported by the establishment? And yes, that includes most left-wing comic book creators, because they are part of the establishment, a major part. And then if you disagree, or if you have some criticisms for the way that the comic book industry is run, then you are automatically labeled a bigot. or among many other things. Why is that the case? It's the same thing. It's because they would rather be wrong than be on the wrong side. And I'm doing air quotes there for the wrong side. They don't want to be associated with anybody that is not left wing. They control it all. If you aren't in lockstep, they'll push you out. They will punish you. There cannot be consequences to disagreeing. And this made such a big splash because, again, Jon Stewart, in his way, will disagree. So I kind of got looking back to when's the last time that they did this. Something has changed over time, that there's no longer, criticism from the left toward the left to sort of police their own. There's none. And it got me thinking about that Daily Show gag that they did. They did an interview with a representative from PETA based on their lawsuit of SeaWorld. Now, I looked up the exact episode's name. It's called, it was The Daily Show, SeaWorld of Pain. I used to look that up on YouTube. I know at least twice I did because I wanted to share it with people. And I found it on YouTube because I know I've shared it with people a couple times. It was funny. I remember it. Now when I go back, I can't find it anywhere on YouTube, even with the exact title. The exact title, it's not on YouTube. Maybe that's just a coincidence. That could be a case. Well, ComedyCentral.com has a link to the exact video. Here we go. See World of Pain, The Daily Show with Jon Stewart. It has even the exact date. It was 2012 that this video came out. I'm going to show you a little clip from this.
This is a groundbreaking lawsuit. The Constitution has never been applied to non-human animals. What we want to see for these orcas is we want to see them released to their freedom.
And it kind of reminds me of the old orca spiritual.
But yeah, well, I guess the difference...
To compare their condition to this incredible horror of slavery in America is beyond insulting. It's a cruel and racist joke.
Elaine Brown.
All right, so just that little clip there, having some actual discussion and some dissension on the same, political side, that's important. This doesn't happen anymore. I'd love to see an example of where it does. This is going to be the downfall of whatever it touches. The comic book industry is dramatically suffering from the inability of people to criticize anything that it's doing without suffering major consequences, without being outcast from the industry. I wish that there could be more of this, more of like just suggesting the idea that the line that the government and that major corporations are giving you might not be correct. It might not be true. So let me know what you think in the comments below. I'm sure there's more to this to uncover. I'd like to know your comments. Let me know for sure. If you haven't backed Downcast 3 yet, consider doing so. It's a good time to do it. Like I've been saying, every time is a good time to do it. But while you're watching the video, don't forget, let's see, we've got t-shirts too. If you don't have a t-shirt yet, a lot of people have been adding these on. But if you haven't, same price. You can just, back again, get that t-shirt. Thanks so much, and I'll see you in the next video.